Hello, I'm Pierre and this is Simple Home Brew. Welcome. If you haven't seen this channel before, I do extract brewing, all grain brewing, I do taste testing, and I do out and about videos in my relatively old part of the country, in the bush, and just enjoy beer all around. Today I'm working on a Igulu beer. It's a system that Igulu gave me a few months back, and I've done one brew and a opening and how-to video on it. And I'm happy to say I'm doing Amber Lager. It's a beer brewing ingredient kit. Now, Igulu, if you haven't heard, is a automated beer brewing system that helps you create a gallon of beer every time you make a beer. You can actually create your own beers with it. If you get into the premium mode, which is now been activated for everybody, you can make your own recipes using this system and test and see what it is, and you don't have to make a huge amount of beer. This Igulu system is ideal for enclosed small areas and small batch brewing, very small batch brewing for recipe tests is what I'm thinking about doing with it anyway. Right now, I have to log in and test the unit, make sure everything works. I have to activate the app. So stick around if you want to see more. When I first got this unit, Igulu supplied a barcode to get the app, and the app was really cool, except that I couldn't get it to connect. I installed the app, got it up and running, and tried to log in, and as you log in you need to register. So when you register, you'll actually go into a section. It was actually at the start of the actual app. You hit register, type in your email address and wait for a code. And that's what it says to do. What it doesn't tell you is you need to press the go button on the iPhone and the tick button on the mobile, on an Android phone, which I never did. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get a registration code. So I looked at it for a while, talked to a couple of people at Igulu. They didn't even mention it, to be honest. And I just hit the tick and see what happened. And sure enough, it went. It was the actual tick that says go on your phone enter button, not on the app. It's part of the phone itself. So that was really hard to work out. Finally worked it out, got the app going, and now we are going to register the Igulu machine. All right, so I'm going to just show you how I use it. So I've now logged in. As you can see, it says Hi Brewer, and I need to add a device. So I hit the device. It says step 1, please ensure the Bluetooth is switched on your phone. Please confirm the brewing device is powered on, which it is. I have completed the operation according to the thing. Permission to use description while using the app, allow. So now it's trying to talk to the Igulu. It looks like it's found it. Click to pair, click what? So this is where it's, oh, here we go. Confirm. I'll just go Igulu Fermenter for now. Set Wi-Fi. Select Wi-Fi. I won't show you this one. And Wi-Fi password. Right, now I've got it connected. It is now connected to the unit, successfully connected to the Igulu F1 Fermenter Brewing. I'm going to talk to the guys at Igulu. They've got to give us premium for sure. It's just ridiculous if we can't do that. Keep cooling. So I can control all that. History, device name, share, device information, firmware upgrade. Let's check the firmware. Now that you've seen that part of it, we'll just go in here. And there will be a setting in here where you can update it. I want to make sure that the firmware is up to date. Reset, update. Checking for update. System version, blah, blah, blah. Your new version is detected update now, yes. How about that? It's connecting to the internet and it's downloading a new update for the unit. This is what we need to do before we get started into the next brew. We'll just go about getting our stuff ready for the new brew and we'll see how we go, hey? So what I've done is I've cleaned my fermentation chamber from the last beer I did. I have now got a little bit of sanitizer in there, sanitizing all the surfaces inside it. I'll tip that out in a minute, get started. All I need to do now is add a gallon, or actually 116 ounces of water to this point here, and then I'll pour in all the ingredients and it will come up to the maximum count, and then we'll actually start the brew. So we'll get the gear out of the packet. Nice and easy to tear off. Remember, this is an automated system, so when you actually brew, it automatically knows how to brew your beer. So first to come out of the packet is, I'll just pop that down there, is CBW, I think you can see that, yeah? It's a CBW Sparkling Amber Ale DME, so dry malt extract. Looks like it's going to be a little bit darker. It's got wort, concentrated wort produced in USA, Lavibond 10 colour 8 Plateau. Okay, cool. Now we need to take out the rest of the stuff. We've got dry lager yeast. We've got a RF code to activate the unit to let it know what we're actually brewing. We have some yeast. This is actually natural hops aromatic extract. Aromatic. We have natural hops bitter extract, and another aromatic. There we go. Aromatic hops extract. What else? Is there anything else in there? Empty. So on the back, it actually tells you how to do it. You basically fill the fermentation chamber up with cool, clean water. Now I've got filtered water here, so I'm going to fill it up with my filtered water up to the line we need to get to. I'll get this bloke and I'll quickly empty it. Now it has a little clamp on it. This little clamp here is quite interesting. So instead of having a screw lid, it's just a clamp lid. It just hooks on and unhooks, and then you just pull the lid off. In this clamping system, there are two little, I don't know if you can see that, two little notches just here, one there and one on the other side. They go on the bottom of your fermentation chamber to lock this in place. It cannot come off with that under there. And funny enough, you can't actually put it on upside down either. It won't let you. So I'll pop the lid off. Very tight, these lids. And I'll just empty out the excess sanitizer. And of course, I always say, don't fear the foam. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the lid back on just to stop anything going back in there. We need to also attach this tube. This is a pickup tube. It's dirty. I'll have to actually clean it. Okay, so I've cleaned it. I'm now just throwing a bit of sanitizer in it. Down the tube, just to get it sanitized. I'll pop that on. Make sure that I've actually gotten to where I need to get to. Then it goes in the center. That's the serving tube, ready to go. So as I said, up here is the line, just there, of where we need to go to with just the clean water. So I'll fill that up to that line. The good thing about doing it this way too is it gets well aerated. Bit more. We're there. Okay, so now that's filled, we need to add all our bits and pieces. I think that's where I am. No, I think we put it all in. Let's see. It says to add the dry lager sparkling amber DME, dry malt extract. And the second step is to add the ingredients, yeast. Emulsify some emulsifying water to China. So yeah, add the yeast, natural hops bitter extract, sprinkle into wort or beer. Yep. Extract 20 ingredients. So you got to put all the ingredients in now. Every single thing. Okay. So everything goes into the fermentation chamber now. So I'll open up my dry malt extract container. Now I have some scissors here. What I'm doing here is I'm actually spraying some sanitizer on it. just to give it a quick how'd you do, and I'll just cut it neatly across the top here like this. And we'll pour it in. You can see there, hopefully. I'll actually turn it so you can see it going in, and I'll pop it in there. We're putting in the natural hops extract. So we'll just put it all in. I guess it's what it is for. I wonder what it smells like. This is bittering, so it probably won't have much of a scent. Oh, damn. Mind? Oh, yeah? Oh, that's bitter. Yuck. Oh, it's right through my whole mouth now. What an idiot, eh? It's very, very strong. Hey, you got to try something once, don't you? Oh, jeez. I wonder what this one's based on. I'm not going to do it. Should I? I should just quickly taste it. It's not going to kill me. It's just going to give me an idea on what it all the flavours are like. And this is a flavour. Oh, a lot better than the bloody bitter one, I can tell you. Very tasty. I think it's going to be nice. I might start using hop extract more often. It did have a bit of like an alcohol burnies taste on my tongue. So I don't recommend doing it. Just if you are interested, same flavour, very strong. And, oh, the yeast. All right, I'm an idiot, I know. But you having fun? I am. Pop the yeast in. What I'll do now is I will actually pop the lid on, and it says to stir it, but you can shake it. That's what I'm going to do. The lid will go on nicely. All these little lids here, they're all pretty sealed, so you don't actually have any leaks from here on in. I can just do this. I don't know why we don't do it like that anyway. I'll shake it, get it aerated, and get it mixed thoroughly. And that's it. That's our beer mix, fully shook and mixed. Now, if you see DME floating around here, little chunks and lumps, don't despair. It's not a problem. That DME, dry malt extract, will be eaten by the yeast regardless of whether it's fully dissolved or not. And that comes from experience, I have to say. So that is fully stirred, ready to go. You can see some of it in the bottom there. This is our wort. Now, our wort is ready for its last part of its life. Okay, so the upgrade was successful. We aren't connected to Bluetooth, but we are connected to Wi-Fi. Let's see if anything happened or changed. It doesn't look like it did. I don't know what it's done. Obtain more from the app, it says there. Okay, lager 2 stages, lager whatever. How do we get out of this? Like that. Just quickly checking out the menu, see what it's all about. Go on to settings, connection, connect to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Yes, disconnection. Connection, back. Okay, so it disconnects once you've finished. I want it to actually stay connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, we've got a new ID, Igulu fermenter. It's got new firmware in it anyway, so hopefully it'll make a difference. What we've got is the RFID. This tells the unit what beer we're making, and we've got a little point here where it actually goes. I will throw it on there and watch what happens to the screen when I do it. Completely change. Amber lager comes up. Hit next. Takes 12 days, 3 days at 2 degrees, so it's about 15 days to make. Brew, no keg detected, put the keg into the fermentation chamber, which is what I'll do now. So I'll grab the unit that I've already set up for brewing, and I'm going to throw it into the chamber, just like this. In it goes. So when it happens, the actual unit itself detects that it's been put in, and becomes very active, so it starts working. So at 16 degrees Celsius, 15 days, no PSI. Right now, I'll just connect up the extra bits that I need connected in there. So this bloke here is the gas system. That's in. This here is this PCV valve, or PCV, that will actually deactivate and activate when the pressure gets too high. And the other thing we should do is line up the, well, you don't have to yet, but we can add the serving pipe a little bit later on. We don't have to do that now because all we're doing is fermenting. So we'll add that in later and we'll make sure that's clean. And also the serving tube that goes under here, which is this fellow, which I've cleaned, that just pops in there. And you just pop it in, just like that. And that will stay there until we pop our serving pipe in, which I won't do now. Okay, so what's going to happen now is the system is going to go for its paces. The yeast will start fermenting the sugars and it will create this beer. This will take 15 days. We don't have to do anything from here on in. This is how easy this thing is. Right now, it's got an orange line on the front saying it's fermenting. When it's cooling, it'll actually go blue, and then it'll let you know when it's ready through the RF, through the app. It gives you an idea on what stages it's at through the app. It's really good. All right, so give us a few days, weeks, and we'll get back to you. Cheers. Alrighty, we're here. It's been 19 days since I started doing this, so it's aged a fair bit. It's finished fermenting. It went quite well. We had a power cut, and it actually remembered. So I don't know what the deal is there. Apparently they don't remember, but the power cut didn't cause it to lose its memory, which is great. As you saw the pour, it was a bit foamy. Came up pretty bad. I had to pour it about 2 or 3 times before you saw that video, just to make it so it, looks at least decent. Looks good. Nice, nice amber colour. Not overly clear. It has been sitting for a bit, but it's got it's more of a dark colour. But I have quickly smelt it, and right now it smells really, really clean, really nice. Hang on. All right, that's a little bit better. It looks a bit better. Look, I'm being honest with you. This is how it works. The foam is a problem, and I went on the forums and they actually say you need to lengthen the line. So you need to purchase a line somewhere, lengthen it. I think it was a fair bit. I'll put a measurement here, tell you how much to lengthen it, and then put it on full pour. What happens is when this ferments, the PSI builds up into the chamber at about 38 PSI, so it's pretty high, and it stays that way all the way through its fermentation. When you go to pour it, it still has that kind of pressure in there. What I've been doing is releasing that pressure down to about 10 PSI, wait for the foam to settle in the actual chamber, and then I'll pour myself a beer, and it seems to help a lot. It seems to help big time. It is carbonated naturally. I haven't added any carbonation to it. The gas cylinder I've got should screw into it, but the thread on the unit seems to be cut poorly, so I need to get that fixed as well. Other than that, this is the beer. Oh, it's cold. Wow. Okay. Didn't expect that. It's very malty, very strong malty. It smells like beer. It's meant to be 5% alcohol volume, and it's got a fairly good carbonation. So I've let the carbonation out a little bit, so it's reduced it a little, but it's fine. It's carbonated enough for me. Very strong malty flavour, fairly sweet. As you can see, the lacing is huge. I can share this with my mates. This is actually quite nice. Very sweet. I'm not used to sweet beer like this. I'm sure it fermented down to finished fermentation. It's a lager, so it's going to ferment at a low temperature, like 12 degrees for a long period of time, allowing the yeast to slowly eat the sugar up to a point. I'm actually really happy with this beer. It's very, very nice, and I'm going to enjoy it in the future. So a couple of things about this unit. First thing is, when I first got it, I wasn't really that sure on premium mode. Couldn't figure out how to get that going. did a bit of research, found out that it actually has premium mode as long as you tap your black business card, which I thought was a business card, on the RFID spot, and it automatically activates premium mode. And apparently they're going to give premium mode to everybody who buys one. So that's a bit of a bonus. So the unit is now unlocked completely. I'm now able to experiment with beers and brews and use that unit to ferment it at whatever rate I like, and I might be able to make some good beers out of it in the future. Anyway, other than that, the unit works a treat. It's really good. A bit expensive for Australians to buy, but hopefully they get a base here in Australia to sell it. They are introducing a new unit soon, and that's I'd say going to be a new setup, probably more budget-like for brewers like you and I. This unit, really happy with it. I'm going to play with it for a while, and every now and again I'll make a video and show you. Thank you for letting me rant on about a product. I don't normally have products on my channel, but today this was given to me. It's quite a high-end unit, and I'm definitely happy to showcase these products to you guys, and hopefully maybe some of you might get a benefit out of it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my Patreon members for looking after this channel big time. I'd like to welcome Peter Hinkle to Patreon. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. And thank you guys for watching this video. By the way, this video is recorded on the 28th of June. Next month, I'm doing Dry July. If you want to support that, I'm going to do a video every day vlogging it. And yeah, look out for it. All right, cheers. Bye.